So anyway, I don't know how to describe this video exactly. I wanted to do a playthrough of Ashley Greenup's CabView driver, but instead I think this is going to be a history video because I haven't been able to find a copy of it. Here's one of his oldest train games, which was one of the only games ever made about train spotting, or loco spotting as it was sometimes called in the 60s. And that one's actually set in the 60s. And he did a few later ones. Here are some of the covers of the data cassettes. He mostly developed for the ZX Spectrum, which in America is a very rare platform. And in fact, train games in general were very rare in the United States up until maybe the late 1990s. And genuine simulators were very scarce. But in Britain, the pickings were a little bit better. And Ashley Greenup was one of the main developers. It would be interesting to find out what he's doing today. Or you could see they did a Amtrak Rail Pass game. It would be interesting to know what it's about. These Locodriver games were also the immediate predecessors to CabView Driver. They didn't feature video, but they featured basically signals and signage and so on. I tried playing through one of them earlier today, and I had no luck because I couldn't figure out how to get the controls to work. I tried literally every single key on the keyboard, and nothing would do anything, as well as trying my joystick, which is emulated on my ZX Spectrum emulator. There's a picture of the real CabView driver with the video. And I went through this website trying to find some way of actually playing it. And I found all these reviews. I figured, well, maybe there's a link in the reviews. And he got really, really good reviews on that simulator. Even though, of course, whenever you use a video, you're a little bit limited in what you can do. There's a more recent simulator called Railfan. It's a Japanese simulator. Railfan is the English name for it. And it uses a very similar design, actually. But like CabView Driver, it's kind of rare. CabView Driver, I guess, and the other driving games that he made, these were some of the earliest train simulators. See, you can still get the patches on the website, but you can't get the actual simulator, which is really a shame. I'm going to actually do a playthrough after this of the one simulator that was widely available in the US, namely Trainmaster. But Trainmaster arguably wasn't even as good as what was being made here. I originally found out about CabView Driver and the other pre-Trainmaster simulators through this website, which used to be called Vern's Rail Pages. Now it's called Transport Sim. It was called Vern's Rail Pages because Vern Morehouse was the original webmaster. But it wasn't originally at this site. I mean, this site was started in 2007, and it went back many years further than that. It's easy to argue that the choice of train simulators in Britain was much better. This site was started largely in response to Microsoft Train Simulator, which really changed the whole game and made train simulations what they are today. They're still niche, of course, but they're much more available. The quality is much higher, and so on. And some of this is just the result of the internet making software much easier to distribute. So here I'm going through the website. Unfortunately, there's not a lot about it anymore on this website. In other words, CabView Driver is not featured very much. Neither is RailSim. The sections on RailSim used to be really good. But LocSim's still on here. Now I'm back on the Ashley Greenup site. So anyway, I apologize for not playing the CabView Driver through, but I didn't have too many options, unfortunately.